mighty sweet. Say, you kiss like you really mean it.
Well, maybe I do. Would you like to try again?
Hey, Stretch, it's time for us to vamoose. Stretch. Stretch, don't you think we'd better be... Say, why don't you go down by the swimming pool? It's cooler there.
You know, Sugar was right. It is much cooler here by the pool.
Yeah.
And the orange blossoms smell so nice.
Yeah. For a while, I thought it was that stuff I got on my hair.
Well, if it is, I like it.
It's like Ma Hawkins was telling me. She's the one who feeds us out at the ranch. She was telling me about the time Jim come to ask for a hand. He got all spruced up and smelling like a barber shop. And when he got to a front gate, why, all the dogs in town was tailing him.
Well, there aren't any dogs following you.
Well, I guess maybe I didn't put enough on. Look, Mary, we're getting on that boat for Galveston tonight, and I was sort of thinking to myself, well, you ever been out to Montana, Mary?
No.
Well, it's beautiful. A girl like you would be just crazy about it. And I was figuring, well, if it's okay with you, well, I started to build a house before I come out with a show, and I was thinking Ma Hawkins could put you up till I got it finished, and after a while we could change it around any way you liked, and...
Oh, that sounds wonderful, Stretch. Maybe next summer when I get my vacation.
Next summer?
We could have some more wonderful evenings like this. I've had a wonderful time, haven't you? And I was just thinking to myself, I'd be lucky if I met such a nice fellow again. The next blind date I go out on.
The next blind date?
Oh, you don't know what trouble a girl can have. Sometimes you meet the most awful people.
Too bad. I guess I was wrong.
Wrong?
Well, for a while tonight I've been thinking you were on the level. That this all really meant something to you.
Oh, it does. I've never had so much fun.
I was thinking that last I'd met a girl who didn't measure things by how many men she'd kissed in a week. Well, as I said before, I was wrong.
Please, Stretch.
If you don't mind now, I think I'll get going. I kind of feel like I need a bath.
Oh, Stretch.
No, on second thought, I think you're the one that needs a bath.
No. Don't you dare.
Oh, yes, I do dare.
Put me down. I said put me... Stretch!
You better get out of them wet clothes fast. Here, let me help you, miss.
Thanks.
That lunkhead tossed me in the pool like that. I'd like to catch up with him just once. I'd tell him a thing or two. Or three. I'd say to him...
Not now, Ellie. I haven't time. Get me out my gray suit, will you?
Your gray suit, miss? Where are you going?
I'm catching the boat for Galveston.
Galveston? With him?
I've got some terribly nice things to tell him, too. Very nice, Ellie. Very nice.
Miss Mary, you mean that cowhands hooked you?
Ellie, let's put it a little more delicately. Let's say he just used the fourth maneuver.
Well, Mary follows Stretch aboard the boat, and that leads them both to maneuver number 5. A wedding performed by the captain of the ship, which causes a stir in the rodeo crowd, with Sugar being especially upset.
Say, I wonder if she married Stretch for his dough.
But Mary and Stretch are in a world all their own. Arrived in Galveston, they're divinely happy, and they might have continued right on that way if Don Amici had never invented the telephone.
Oh, Miss Mary, I'm so glad I reached you. I've been trying to get you everywhere.
Why, Ellie, what's the matter?
There's a telegram here from your father, miss. He's coming down to Florida.
To Florida? But he can't come right now.
I know he can't, but he is. And he's bringing a lot of politicians along, and that Mr. Henderson who controls the nomination. They're going to expect you to entertain. Oh, Miss Mary, you better rush back.
But, Ellie, that's impossible.
Now, Miss Mary, look.
I'm sorry about Dad. I hate to let him down, but I can't come back now because...
Because why?
I'm married.
Married. You mean you married the boy? Oh.
Ellie! Ellie, what's happened? What's wrong? Ellie, this is no time to faint. This is long distance.
Hello, Mary. Hiya, honey.
I'm all right, Stretch.
Well, it don't sound much like it. Anything wrong?
No, it's been so hot all afternoon.
Well, the fellow who called you to the phone told me you had a long-distance call. Any trouble at home?
No.
Still, I guess you worry about your father.
Well, at times.
And your sisters, too. I've been thinking, Mary, if we could get him out to the ranch, we could take care of him some way.
Oh, no, Stretch. Don't you worry about that.
Well, I got to. I was thinking that maybe you better go back and see that they get settled.
Go back?
Yeah, I figure if you go back and get them fixed up, you can be out to the ranch by Tuesday.
The ranch? I don't understand.
Now, this ain't no kind of life for you. For me either. I'm quitting the rodeo into this week, and I'll be home by Tuesday. Of course, if you don't like the idea.
I love it, Stretch. And Mr. Willoughby, more than anything, I love you. Don't you see, Ellie, I had to do it this way. Stretch thinks I'm just a lady's maid.
And your father thinks you're just a lady. What's going to happen when he learns the truth?
Well, I'll find out when he finds out. Meanwhile, don't tell anyone I'm married, not anyone.
I won't.
I'll wait till Dad gets here and sort of get things going for him. Then I'll tell him what's happened and run. By Tuesday, I'll be at the ranch with Stretch.
I don't think you will, not by Tuesday.
Why not?
Tuesday? That's the day your father's getting in.
Hi, fellas. How you doing?
Oh, okay, Stretch. What brings you up here again? Something on your mind?
No, just looking over the house again. With a girl like Mary, you can't be too careful. Got a few things to figure out. You just go right ahead.
Oh, sure.
Let me see now. The fireplace is going to be here, and the mantel about here, and Mary's chair ought to go about here. No, maybe a little nearer the fire. Yeah. Now that'll be better, won't it, Mary?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. Just talking.
Oh.
Let me see now. The window ought to be about here. Yeah, just about. Mary, what do you think? Window okay? Oh, you think it's warm in here? Sure, I'll open the window. Happy to do it for you, honey. Oh, boy, that's wonderful air, huh? Just like I told you. Gee, makes you hungry. What do you say we eat, Mrs. Willoughby? Right over here, ma'am, the dining room. Go ahead, have a seat, Mrs. Willoughby. Oh, must be somebody at the door wanting to come and wish us luck. Wanting to tell us that...
All I want to tell you, Stretch, I think you're gone loco all of a sudden.
Oh, Ma, that ain't no way to talk. I was just making things up, just sort of playing house.
Fine goings-on when there's work to be done. Here's a telegram just come for you.
Telegram? Gosh, maybe the train's early, huh? What time is it anyway?
About 2:00. What time is that gal supposed to get here? You hear me, Stretch? I asked what time the...
She ain't coming, Ma. Not today.
Oh, must have been delayed. That telegram say when she will be here?
No, all it says is next week. Maybe.
Ellie, I know it's been difficult, only two in help, but you know how much this means to my father.
Oh, I ain't worried about myself. I don't mind the work. But what about you, miss? When do you figure you'll get away?
Oh, I wired Stretch again this morning. I told him next week, sure.
You told him that last week. He's going to smell a rat.
But, Ellie, these politicians, the fathers...
Same thing.
I'd better get in there. Are the cocktails ready?
Yes, miss, a lot of them. I figure if we give them enough to drink, they won't even know what the dinner tastes like.
A few more days of this, and I won't care. Start serving, Ellie. I've got to go in.
Fine thing, all right. Them politicians can drink and eat more than anybody I ever saw. Now, who's that? Oh, dear. Look here, mister. If you're trying to sell any brushes or,
Hi, Allie. Where's my wife?